a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits, the bits, the bits, the bits, the bits.
That's just us. How the fuck do we start this podcast again? Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Steven.
And Steven. And also Steven. Yeah.
And we are joined today by our special guest, the third Steven. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi there, I'm Juice.
Juice, please kindly tell us and the listeners, give everyone a refresher who you are, why you exist, why you're here. Throw your pronouns in there somewhere too, that'd be great.
Why
Okay.
do you like Steven Universe as well? You know,
Okay.
Yeah,
how'd you
that's
get
like
into
maybe
this?
the most important question I should be asking you, considering you wanted to voluntarily come onto the Steven Universe podcast.
Yeah, why the fuck would you want to do that? I don't
Charlie,
know.
that's a no word. You can't say that.
Why the flip? Why the fry? Why the frybo?
Fuck you, Ribbert.
Juice, Steven Universe, explain.
Yeah, well, okay, so I am a person who is chronically ill. I'm throwing up a audio description for the visually impaired. I just threw up a peace sign. Okay. During the initial season 1 airing of Steven Universe, I was in 9th and 10th grade, and spring of 9th grade, I got pulled out of a gym class to go to the ER because I was having a cardiovascular episode.
Oof.
And Steven Universe, the first 3 episodes had just aired, and so I watched the first 3 episodes of Steven Universe while I was in the ER.
Oh,
As one does. I mean, hey, at least you went to the hospital before Steven did.
didn't all of us? Didn't everyone?
I guess. Charlie, what if there's someone out there whose parents never took them to the doctor and they're like 24?
That's what I like to call the Amish.
Yeah.
Is Steven Amish?
he indulges in technology made past 1860 whatever.
Okay. It's fine.
I think you could make a very distinct argument about the Crystal Gems being an idolatrous cult that worships rose quartz. I don't think that's controversial.
No, I think
No.
that's absolutely correct.
No, it's not, considering that that's also like a subsection of, at least Pearl, I guess, at one point worship the diamonds in general.
Oh yeah.
Are the diamonds not just like the gods of the gem world? So yeah. There's a lot of idols there.
A lot of idols. It's really, I don't know how to explain it other than kind of fucking weird.
Oh yeah, big time.
Really big time Rushmore. Speaking of,
I'm sorry, now I just want to see Big Time Rush, their faces on Mount Rushmore.
Speaking of setting,
We'll do it the next time we go to South Dakota, Charlie.
Oh yeah, you guys went to South Dakota. I forgot about that.
For no reason.
None at all. No one lives there,
South Dakota.
especially not a little guy.
The literal, it wouldn't
turtle.
by chance be the literal
turtle
archangel.
even.
A literal archangel. Absolutely. So Juice, why you here? Why you here? Who are
Well,
you? Besides chronically ill.
yeah. Well, so I was answering one question at a time, Charles. Anyway, so professionally within the podcasting sphere, I am a frequent guest flyer on Deus Ex Media shows, among other things. But primarily, I am a voice actor for a number of audio fiction podcasts.
Such as my favorite.
Oh, such as Charlie's favorite. It's called Me and AU.
It's kind of gay.
It's kind of gay.
Just in case you didn't know, I like gay things. Juice is one of them.
Oh my god. Currently my newest audio fiction work is going to be released tentatively in the end of February. It is the season finale of the show Under the Electric Stars, which is a science fiction-y not post-apocalypse, but well, post corporate apocalypse, one might call it. Anyway, it's better if you just go and listen to stuff without getting any spoilers. But yeah. Why am I here? Because Charlie sent me a Discord DM.
Discord, I'm howling at the moon. I'm sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon.
You're
Discord.
here because you're one of my favorite people, so you had to be on my podcast. This is called nepotism.
Yes.
Where do we get the word nepotism from?
Nephew.
Is it actually?
I have no fucking clue.
I thought it would be somewhere in your brain, Charlie. Just access your mind
Google
pad.
is your friend.
Neptune.
Access
don't
your
know.
like 2012 BBC Sherlock mind palace.
I never watched Sherlock. We've
Why
been
the
over this.
Fuck. Wait. Doctor Who?
Oh, wait a minute,
Supernatural?
guys.
No.
What happened, Juice?
Oh, hello, Juice. Hello, Juice. Juice is
Mid
raising his hand.
17th century. From French, nepotisme. From Italian, nepotismo. From nipote, nephew.
I was right?
You were
Wait,
right.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to pull something out of my ass. I'm not gonna lie.
With reference to privileges bestowed on the quote-unquote nephews of popes, who were in many cases their illegitimate sons.
Charlie fucking did it.
It all comes down to the Pope.
Their French bones rang true, and they got the answer straight from like their femur.
Well,
Charlie,
I mean-
are any bones in particular tingling right now? Do you know which bone gave you the answer?
Oh, I'll tell you what bones are tingling.
oh my
Hey, yo.
God. Charles! I'm whacking Charlie with a newspaper right now. Whack,
You're
whack.
whacking me? Okay.
Hey, yo. Okay, we need to stop Charlie from getting too horny. Let's hey, there's
I will
there's
keep
a
going.
nifty
but I should
little time device in my hand. I wish I could go back in time before we went on all these fucking tangents and say that we're looking at season 1 episode 22, Steven and the Stevens, which premiered September 4th 2014. Oh, oof, I just realized what day the next episode premiered on.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? I'm sorry.
Hey, Charlie,
What's
so
happening?
this episode came out September 4th, and they come out on a weekly basis. When's the next episode coming out?
Okay, I got you.
Oh god, it's a
Okay.
good thing that this is 13 years in the future from that moment.
It's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
it's okay.
So, who's ready to talk about Steven and the Stevens?
I am so ready. I'm thrilled.
You're enthralled, if you will.
Robert, can I just say a thing real quick?
Oh, hey. Oh, well, yeah. Hey, Mr. Postman, bring me the post.
I mean, I haven't responded to this person's message. I don't know if they want me to read it out loud because it's a DM, but
That
like
shit anonymous.
someone sent us
yo.
a cute little DM and it made me want to cry. Thank you so much, Lulu. on Instagram. That
Cool.
was very nice. Just they like listening to our podcast, and it makes them feel less alone.
Aw,
That makes me very happy.
that's so beautiful.
And that was the post.
Yeah.
What we need is more consistent fan mail so that we can actually commit to whatever the fuck we're naming the mail section of an episode.
Hey, Mr. Postman, bring me a post. Bring
All
me
right.
the post I love the most.
Here's
that
the
copyright?
mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail.
That one's definitely copyright.
Mail. Who do you fear more, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Nickelodeon. All right, so
That's right. Why do I forget Blue's Clues was Nickelodeon? Why am I forgetting this information?
that bitch was Nick Jr., baby.
Yeah, it was.
Blue's
Which
Clues
I think-
was Nickelodeon?
Blue's Clues is
I know,
Nickelodeon.
right? It
Nick
doesn't
Jr.
feel like Nickelodeon.
I don't think Nick Jr. exists anymore. I think it's just like Nick, whatever the fuck they call it now, because
Nick.
Well,
okay.
Nickelodeon.
So you must understand that in Canada, we imported a lot of American shows, but we played them on Canadian television stations.
Mm.
And so
you would.
what
Listen.
is that supposed to mean?
It means that
Charles.
Canadians are very Canadian.
My only relation with Canada television is what, Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, fucking any of those like 90s horror anthology shows.
Baby, if you watched Totally Spies, you watched Canadian television as a child.
Yep. I believe Code Lyoko is also Canadian, or at least made through a Canadian company / they are French.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So-
Miraculous Ladybug is partially produced in Canada.
That's
the voice actors. That makes sense.
That's my boyfriend's
Listen.
favorite show. Hey Mac, you love Miraculous Ladybug.
Wait, really?
Right? He
I'm
fucking
loving
hates
Mac
it.
more and more.
No, Charlie, I have to disappoint you. He fucking hates that show so much.
Okay. Well, never
What?
mind. Mac is canceled. I'm done.
Listen to me. There is no more intense Miraculous Ladybug fan experience than hating the shit out of the show.
Oh my god, he just sent me a Snapchat. What the fuck? What is he sending me? Oh, he's sending me he sent me some nudes. Not a nude. He sent me a picture of his dinner, which is, I believe, chicken noodle soup.
Oh my god.
I was very confused for a second. I'm like, okay, we're talking about this on the pod. What are we? Ned's Declassified? Survival Guide?
Yo, I feel like we mention this at least once a week now. That podcast is fucking wild at what they like just air. They're just casually like, yeah, fuck the entire cast, had a drug problem. I committed 42 crimes in Vietnam. I'm like,
just too many things.
Just too many things.
Why are y'all admitting this on a podcast?
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe?
The episode
Steven
opens up.
commits crimes.
Time
crimes.
Fuck me. The episode opens up with the gems in the sea
Steven?
shrine because they're looking for the hourglass.
The sea shrine? Is that what it's called?
That is what it's called on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think we only go here for like this episode anyway. So
there's a
that makes sense.
Peridot episode that we come back here. I think.
There is.
I think so, right? Am I looking here? Let me look at the sea shrine. Am I correct?
I thought I think this just says a flashback.
Okay, no. I was wrong.
Yeah, because it's
Right,
flooded with water.
mentioned briefly. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
What does the hourglass look like? Good fucking luck. It's sort of like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, where you walk into that room with the knight, and the knight's like, hey, pick a cup to drink out of, and if you pick wrong, you turn into a skelly man, and if you pick right, you get eternal youth, but only if you stay in this cave.
It is in fact the same plot. You're correct. Also, hey, is this not like the time thing?
It's the time
Isn't
thing,
it?
I guess.
It's the fucking time thing. Juice, have you also watched the unaired pilot of Steven Universe?
Oh, yes, of course I have.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so honest with you. I forgot which events occurred in the pilot and which events occurred in this episode. And so I got through like 5 minutes of the episode being like, don't they go to the Big Donut in this episode? What's going on? No.
No.
They go to the Big Donut in the pilot.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I was just thinking about that the entire time. I'm like, oh right, this is the same thing, but it's kind of a vastly different plot.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
I recall watching the Steven Universe pilot on YouTube before
mm.
any of the show aired.
Oh
Right?
god, I think I watched it
Oh.
on Facebook.
'Cause-
How should I
Oh.
look?
Well, no, it's the same thing that happened with Infinity Train, right? Where the Infinity Train pilot was up on YouTube like 2 years, 3 years before the first season came
Right.
out.
Yeah,
I didn't know
remember that.
this.
You didn't
Yeah,
know
I
this?
don't-
Charlie,
I
what?
can't remember for sure if the Steven Universe pilot was up that far before the show, but I recall watching it like very early on.
I mean, I was late to the Infinity Train fandom, so I didn't know about that one at least.
That's because
Yeah.
you're lame.
It's true.
I only needed one blooper, one stupid shit for the bloopers, and now I have like 6 to choose from.
Yeah, or you could just leave them all in.
Oh god.
Listen,
God
listen. Juice episodes are just like all bloopers.
No,
No
listen to me.
show.
Listen to me. It's because as a podcast guest, I go into it by thinking to myself, it's rude to try to control the show. And so I can never say, okay, back to Steven Universe. It's because I'm a guest. It's rude for me to do that. And so I can't control the Charles. You know?
No, you can't. You couldn't
I-
if you tried.
Nobody can out Pizza the Hut, okay?
It's like that fucking Drake and Josh meme. I do not control the speed at which the lobsters die. But instead it's Juice being like, I do not control the Charles. I need somebody
Time
with
to make a meme.
I need I haven't made a meme for the past 2 weeks because I have burnt the fuck out. Because when you have like 6, 7 different podcasts all talking about the exact same thing at the exact same time, you burn the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
I literally called out 2 things. I'm just like, I had memes prepared for the last episode that I recorded, so it's like I'm thinking in meme form.
I speak
what I do.
only in memes.
I speak meme.
That's it. I'm spoiling Percy Jackson. You know who the lightning thief is?
It's me, bitch.
I knew it.
Dun, dun. So back to Steven Universe. Pearl is like the hourglass would not be so small and insignificant. It would be beautiful and grand. So she's kind of using that mentality that the Nazis had in Last Crusade.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Why can people not look at the wooden cup that says
Made by Jesus.
made by Jesus?
I am a carpenter's son.
That is the canonical holy grail. It is just Jesus's favorite drinking mug.
Honestly, that would be funny though. Imagine it is just a mug that says Jesus' favorite drinking mug. That's the holy grail. Why does this time? What is this time thing? Like, I don't think there is any context for this whatsoever. But I'm just like, why?
I mean, you don't need context. All you need is water.
It exists.
No,
Water.
I'm gonna be honest
It's
with
gem
you.
things.
I really loved the cold open for this episode. Like, as I was watching it, I was imagining what the experience of like seeing it on television and this being your first brush with Steven Universe. Like it's action packed and it shows the powers of the gems really well and it shows all their personalities and such. It's like 2 minutes. It's maybe not even 2 minutes. The first like minute and a half of this episode are packed. It's rich. It's saturated with characterization and with style. You know what I mean? It's so effective and tight in its execution. I loved it. It was so good.
Pearl is like, hey, how are we going to transfer this giant fucking hourglass? And Garnet's like, I can carry it. Pearl stops her and being like, you got to be careful which one you touch, reminding her what happened last time. And last time, I guess, involves Amethyst fucking about and finding out because Amethyst just grabs a random hourglass.
Amethyst is like, it's this janky one, specifically. The weird looking one that's got like two things. How does that hourglass work? Someone explain to me the physics of that one. It's got like 3 pieces.
It's not about what the hourglass can do for you. It's about what you can do for the hourglass.
I don't think I want to do anything for that hourglass. I'm gonna be honest.
Shove that hourglass up somewhere. I'm so curious.
I want to. I hope we actually see that in the background, in like Amethyst's room or somewhere in the house later. I think it needs to exist somewhere.
Much like any Indiana Jones movie, the second they grab any artifact, the sea shrine starts to break apart. They try and race to the warp pad, but Steven is like, hey, if Amethyst gets to keep hers, I want the one I picked out, and the one he picked out was the little small one.
Because he's just a little guy. And guess what? So is the time thing. The fact that he literally says, hey, it's the time thing in this episode. It's like, how many times do we gotta say the thing? How many times? How many?
Too many. The gems get back. They're all covered in water and fish and crabs and shit. There is a lobster on Pearl.
And specifically, yeah, Pearl has the butt lobster on her, which I just think is funny because literally the Steven Universe wiki calls it the butt lobster. It's just a lobster that is on her butt. But if you look at the featured characters butt lobster debut cameo,
We were at the beach. Everybody had matching towels. Someone went under a dock, and there they saw a butt. Except it wasn't a butt. It was a butt lobster. Do 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 do. Butt lobster. Do you guys not know
Someone
the
explain this.
B-52s? Am I old? Are we not all the same fucking age? How do I know the B-52s and you don't? Okay, I'm gonna keep going before I commit
B-52s.
suicide.
I was born in 1998.
I was born in
So-
1997.
yeah, that's a youngin' right there.
I hate both of you.
That's a we have a wee bab with us.
A wee bab.
Yeah,
97 and 98 are not that far apart.
You are officially Gen Z. Charlie and I are like smack dab in the middle of Gen Z and millennial. You're officially Gen Z. You're like the beginning of Gen Z.
No, you have to understand that I was poor as a child, and therefore I never reaped the benefits allegedly afforded to Gen Z. So I am, in fact, a millennial.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh
Time to
no!
cancel juice.
Oh no!
Time to cancel
Oh,
juice.
yeah.
What?
They're not my favorite flavor of juice. My favorite flavor is fruit punch.
Are you saying that juice is not fruit punch flavored?
I've been a fruit the whole time.
So it's gonna take
I was gonna
100
say.
years. It's gonna take 100
I
years.
think that
for
one's a
this-
fruit.
Everyone, shut the fuck up! It's gonna take 100 years for the sea shine to reform. Garnet's like, hey, yeah, lobster in your butt. A cookie cat shaped alarm clock is ringing, and it's reminding Steven of the Beachapalooza. I want this cookie cat alarm.
As we all should. Don't we all need this cookie cat alarm?
Cookie cat.
He's a pet for your tummy.
Cookie cat.
He's super duper yummy.
Cookie cat.
He left his family behind.
Cookie cat.
What?
Now, Bobo, Gherkins are Fruit 109.
He goes to the car wash to meet his dad, but unfortunately, Yellowtail's boat is stuck in the car wash. There's a metaphor here. There
Yeah,
is something.
The butt's too
About-
fat.
The boat is too fat. It does not go into the hole. You have a boat-shaped object trying to go into a square hole. There's a metaphor. There's euphemisms. You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. Everyone knows what I'm doing.
There's a lot of things happening here. Yeah.
Steven leaves because his dad cannot help him perform at the Beachapalooza anymore, and so he wishes that.
Why
he could-
can't he be a one-man band?
Well, Charlie, he's about to be because he wishes that he could go
I
back
mean, yes.
to make sure that the boat never gets stuck in the first place. And that teleports him to just as the boat is getting loaded into the car wash. And he's able to stop. Here's the thing about the rules of time travel in Steven Universe. They contradict themselves.
As they do.
I am a slut for good time travel rules. These are not good time travel rules.
What are the rules of time travel? Nothing. Everything, but also nothing.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Which I believe is not a time travel movie. It's a like dimension hopping movie. That's also about like generational trauma.
So is Steven Universe.
Listen, you can't sit your parents down to watch a movie that's like 2 hours of, hey, you fucked up raising your kid. No, 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 no. You got to build it behind metaphors and symbolism, and you gotta stick your parents in front of a 2 hour movie about shenanigans.
I definitely did see Encanto in theaters with my father, specifically
Hmm.
because I thought it might cure him. And it did not do it. It did not work.
I was gonna say, did it work? Probably not. I'm pretty sure I also watched Encanto with my grandmother.
Ooh. Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, I watched Porco Rosso with my grandmother, and she revealed to me that one of her uncles shot a Nazi and they killed 10 of his family members.
I think you told me about this.
I
yeah.
probably did. I haven't told Robert about this, though.
I was gonna say, do you want me to
How
cut
did we
that
get
out?
here? Do I want No, I'm a proud anti-fascist, Robert.
Hell yeah. So now that he has successfully prevented the boat from entering the car wash, the wrong hole, if you will, unfortunately, some Final Destination shit happens, and the truck that's holding the boat goes into the power lines. The power lines trip over, and they set the car wash on fire.
Yeah. It's just not meant to be. Greg is not meant to be in his band. Okay? But also, like, Steven, you could perform by yourself. It's okay.
You know what I do wonder? I wonder what song they were going to perform. Were they going to do Let Me Drive My Van Into Your Heart for Beachapalooza?
What if they're gonna do Dear Old Dad? That song
But-
that happens later. That they sing together. I don't know what
Well-
other songs they sing together.
See, I'm thinking that it would be one of the in-universe real songs. No, I'm just thinking about it. Like, we have the song that when
Okay,
Rose.
I'm looking at the list.
Oh,
Let's see. We got "Let Me Drive My Van to Your Heart," Greg song. We have you were gonna say the crap. I just saw it. My brain.
are we going through the Mr. Universe discography right now?
I'm going through the Steven Universe discography.
Okay.
What's the real shirt? What Can I Do for You? Right?
What Can I Do for You?
That's another Greg
Yes,
song.
that is another Greg song. Yes.
There's Comet. There's Destiny. There's a lot of Greg songs. You never know. They could be this could actually be, they could have been performing independent together. Even though that doesn't come until the movie.
I was gonna say that would be really early for that track. Like, really early.
Yeah, but that would be funny if it's like, we've been working on this song for years, actually.
Oh,
Didn't you know?
That would be kind of cute. That would be kind of cute.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the first song that they sing together canonically is "Dear Old Dad," and it is diegetic. Is that the word?
Yes.
Where yeah, because you see them actually like playing it and singing together. So I think it is actually a song that happens. I'm pretty sure most of the songs in Steven Universe are actually songs that happen.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Right?
All of them.
All of them?
Well, most of them are. The one that Alison Michalka sings in. It's when Steven becomes a melon boy. And he's like.
That's AJ, actually.
Oh, is that AJ?
Yeah. Allison is not in the show. AJ is Stefani.
I goofed it up.
Yeah.
Delete the episode.
It's also Allie and AJ, you know?
Her government name is Allison. The name on her driver's license.
Is your government name Juice?
Might as well be. Hey, so speaking of government names,
Steven.
Steven goes back in time to stop himself from stopping his dad. And this is where the time travel shenanigans happens, because then both of them go back in time to before Steven even went to the car wash, and now there's three of them.
Yeah, because they were like, hey, we could just start a band together. And so we need more members. And then he's like, wait, what? How did you guys get here? Do you want to form a band with us? Yes. Like he hesitates barely. And then he's like, yes, I do.
And then the scene cuts to four Stevens singing Steven and the Stevens, which I'm sure it'll say it in the trivia. Very, very like Josie and the Pussycats inspired, very like
Yeah.
old school, like the kind of rock they would put in Scooby-Doo inspired.
I love Steven and the Stevens, okay? Listen, if only this band had more than one hit, okay? If only.
I love how they do keep track of who the original Steven is, aka who's the oldest. So they mark him the leader. Steven 1 then labels the other three Stevens, 2, 3, and 4. Steven 2 is the smart one. Steven 3 is the funny one. Steven 4 is the sensitive one. And Steven 1 brushes his hair up, being like, I'm the handsome one. But then nobody is properly a character because Steven
And then
4
that
is
hair?
something funny. What? I feel like that hair is a reference to something.
JoJo's
Oh.
Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, you know what? I should have.
And that's also the hair that Steg has in the Steven Universe movie.
Oh God, can I stop existing right now, please and thank you?
I've never even seen this show, but I at least know this reference, okay?
I hate you.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the internet animation Senpai Club,
What?
but
The
Steven's
what?
Juice, what the fuck did you just say?
So it's a fanime called Senpai Club. It's like an internet web series. It's like an internet cartoon web series. And one of the senpais in Senpai Club is like Rockabilly Senpai. And this is the hair that he has. And so
Okay.
that like I have always sort of, seen that Steven hair as being like a 90s anime reference.
Well, we'll find out in the trivia for sure.
I suppose we shall.
All right. Well, we have a band, and with all great bands, it has to fall apart, right? Doesn't it? Even though they were amazing, they had their one hit.
Steven and the Stevens. And then here's where more time travel shenanigans happen because they all get into an argument, and Steven 1 gets the idea to go back in time to stop himself from ever creating the band. So he goes back to, what is this? The Steven that was before he went to the car wash, but like before those other three Stevens stopped him, or two Stevens stopped him.
Yeah, it's a lot. Also, but first they replaced him in the band with Amethyst, and they were singing a song that annoys me to my core, because out of all of the weird songs that we get in the show, that some are not on like the official albums and everything, we have Big Fat Zucchini. Which is actually
zucchini! A big fat mini zucchini!
Why is this on the Steven Universe like actual track listings and not like the Mr. Smiley song from like the last episode or whatever? Like there are much better songs that like get snuffed. I'm not gonna lie. Why is this
Charles,
here?
I think you meant to say the word snubbed with a B.
Snubbed.
You got
I'm
it.
sorry. I can't.
okay.
I can't word things.
It's okay. Don't worry about
I'm just.
Here we are
I'm
in the
just annoyed.
future.
Okay.
Here we are in the future, and it's not bright.
Wrong.
And it's wrong. They time travel shenanigans so fucking much, they end up going back to Gemglow and Rose's room.
They do. It's great.
And then they go back to when Steven 1 like gets the hourglass to begin with, the time thing, and like 100 different Stevens. Yeah, and then like 100 fucking different Stevens are fighting it out to try and accomplish something. The original four Stevens were there to, I say original four Stevens, Jesus Christ, this show is numbing me. The original four Stevens are there to try and stop the stopping of the formation of the band. Oh god, my brain fucking hurts. More and more fighting until Steven just destroys the time thing, which again, the time travel rules of this fucking episode make no fucking sense, because when you destroy the time thing, you destroy all future versions of the time thing, and then subsequently all the Stevens get fucking Thanos snapped.
Yeah, but like into the water. Like they dissolve into the water that is like filling up in this place.
What's that line from Percy Jackson? What comes from the sea returns to the sea, something like that?
Yep. They do in fact return to the sea.
They do come in the sea. Wait,
You
what?
know? Robert, can you stop making me cancel you? Please?
Hey, Turbine, how does the episode end?
We get even better than Steven and the Stevens, the new band, Steven and the Crystal Gems. And we just, it's the same fucking song.
But he added lyrics being like, "Hey, I fucked up, and this is an alternate timeline." Woo!
And I watched myself die. Yay! Steven, you need to stop with the trauma. Like, this is already too much. You don't even know what happened, what led to that. Like, actually.
Oh, we forgot to mention that Steven 1 kisses I guess the new Steven like on the cheek, being like, "Hey, Dad can't play with you because the boat's too fat." And original Steven's like, "I have no idea what the
I
fuck you're
don't know what
talking
any of
about."
that means. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. And the episode ends. Holy crap. Oh my god. Hey, Charlie,
Hey, Robert.
are you ready for some Crystal Temple trivia?
Yeah, I am. Let's go over to our Crystal Temple. As past Steven went back in time for his own selfish reasons, this would be the first time Steven has technically been an antagonist. Dun dun dun!
Whoa.
Charlie, you know what I always say?
Greg Universe and ooh, yeah.
You know what I always say?
What do you always say? What?
Technically, it's for
What?
hay, not horses.
Hey! Greg Universe and Yellowtail were seen together for the first time, both having the same voice actor, Tom Sharpling.
They fucked.
Some parts of this episode are based on elements of the pilot.
Yeah, there
The
we go.
hourglass from the pilot makes an appearance again, but with a slight appearance change, because Pearl describes it differently in this episode than in the pilot. It's questionable if the hourglass is the same object in both episodes. Greg jokingly states that Beach City's town population is like 15 people. But only 13 people appeared at Beachapalooza, including Mayor Dewey, who didn't seem to be
Mayor
watching the
Dewey.
Crystal Gems performance. Steven says in Italian, arrivederci, to his past self, which in English translates to goodbye. Why is this in the trivia?
It's giving. It's giving.
It is because in the Italian version, he says adios amigo, which in English translates from Spanish to goodbye friend. Again, why? I thought the actor who played Steven, Zach Hallison, actually like spoke Italian, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that's why he does this in this episode, but I'm not sure.
I am almost certainly under the impression that Zach was briefly involved in Italian opera. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay, wait.
Oh.
I was thinking of Gaten Matarazzo. Whoopsies. Cut that
Okay.
cut that bit from the episode. That's the wrong child actor. Never
Nope,
mind.
I'm keeping it in. Fuck you.
Well, I mean, we're in the middle of boycotting Stranger Things, so
Oh, yes,
you
it's
know.
true. Well, listen, we're not boycotting Stranger Things because of him. We're boycotting it for other actors.
I have no idea.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Well, so Charlie, last season they filmed at a concentration camp, and then
Oh, fun.
recently Noah Schnapp has been
Yeah, I was gonna say I know one of them was doing some stuff.
very Steamboat stuff. No, but Millie Bobby Brown has also been
Oh,
hosting of late.
really?
Speaking of
Come
posting,
on.
Dee Dee Magno Hall has recently been liking Zionist tweets on her Twitter account.
Fuck people.
So
Pearl. Okay.
it's personally, I'm really surprised that she can spend 5 seasons, a movie, and a sequel series playing a terrorist and not like get it. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Yeah.
When the original Steven orders the rest of the Stevens to stop fighting, there are 93 Stevens, including the original in frame. Oh, the events in the Sea
Jesus
Shrine is a
Christ.
reference to the 1985 film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, specifically how the main characters have to pick the correct object in a collection of near identical objects. In the episode, it is the hourglass, and in the film, it is the Holy Grail. The parallels between the glass of time and the Holy Grail. The parallels between the glass. Jesus fucking Christ. The parallels between the glass of time and the Holy Grail.
It's because you're talking too fast, babe. You gotta slow down.
The parallels between the glass of time and the Holy Grail are also clear. Both were something small and insignificant. The Holy Grail is a small wooden cup, and the glass of time is the smallest and least complex of the hourglasses. Pearl makes the reference even more obvious when she, much like the villain of the movie, mistakenly expects a glass of time to be grandiose and impressive.
Pearl gotta be like the Nazis. This episode contains numerous references to the history of music. Oh, Steven says that Steven and the Stevens are supposed to be a lighthearted throwback to early rock and roll. The song Steven and the Stevens resembles the style of early rock songs from the 50s and 60s, and Steven One's pompadour hairstyle resembles the hairstyles which were popular in the 1950s and early 1960s. The way the Stevens, as the smart one, funny one, sensitive, handsome one, blah blah blah, resembles the sort of themed stage personas which are common among boy bands. Also the Wiggles. Steven! And Big Fat Zucchini resemble hard rock, grunge, punk rock, and early metal. The way Steven 1 is kicked out of the band over creative differences resembles the sort of backstage drama which has often affected popular long-running bands. And a possible reference from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is
There
one
it
of the
is.
Stevens saying arrivederci, which relates to the final word of, oh god, don't make me say words, Bruno.
So in English, you can pronounce that last name as Buccarati,
Okay.
but you would sound like a huge manja cake if you said it that way. So
Okay.
Bucciarati is how I would
Cool.
say it. I don't know how they say it in the anime because I'm not a JoJo.
Well, you said it now, so that's canon.
It's canon to the juice first.
Charlie doesn't have to speak words if someone else says it. It's said by this character. I think it's funny that's the JoJo reference here. I thought it was the hair.
Well, okay, I think the editor of the Steven Universe wiki is possibly, editorializing a little bit. I don't know if those are deliberate references or if the editor of the Steven Universe wiki is a JoJo. You know what I mean?
That is not even the right song I was supposed to
I
sing.
still think it's funny that it's. I thought the hair. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong.
Robert, what are you saying?
Nothing? No one heard me. Let's keep it that way.
You were going do.
No one heard me. Let's keep it that way.
Do. Garnet is seen shapeshifting for the first time. She is shown to shapeshift by changing the malleability and size of certain parts of her body, a form of shapeshifting Pearl talked about in the episode Cat Fingers. This episode has multiple past episode references, the references being Gem Glow and Rose's Rum. As the Stevens chase each other through time, they fast forward to Ocean Gem when the ocean is missing. Since Steven and the Stevens aired before Ocean Gem, this went unnoticed. Fun. At the end of the episode, Garnet plays a keytar. A keytar is a fusion of a guitar and a keyboard, possibly hinting at Garnet's fusion status, which was revealed in Jailbreak. She plays a keytar again in Story for Steven. While this episode aired out of order, it was originally going to air before Jailbreak.
Very nice. Very
Fun.
good. Very good. And then the question is, hey, if you could go back in time and fuck about, what would you? I feel like this is a similar question we had for the pilot episode. But what would you do if you could go back and?
Oh no, I think what we asked for the pilot was we asked about the gems designs in the pilot.
Oh right. So okay, let's now we can be like, hey, if you could go back in time and change an event, what would you change? I guess let's keep it small, and let's say it's an event in your personal life, and let's try not to be too trauma dumpy. I'm talking to myself mainly.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's no way to not be trauma dumpy about that.
Okay, fuck it. Stopping 9/11. I would rather do that than solve my own trauma. Let's go.
That is such a Robert answer.
Why help myself when I can help others? Wow, that came out sadder than I wanted it to.
I was gonna say Robert, who identifies with Percy Jackson and Spider-Man.
Yeah, but okay, wait, but how would you stop 9/11? Like, would you?
What are you doing?
Would you go back and stop the material conditions that caused it?
There are too many fucking logistics to go into the planning of stopping 9/11 that it's
Would you bring peace to the Middle East?
probably not. If anything, I would probably get sent to jail for conspiracy of terrorism. I would, I guess, stop 9/11 and then something worse would happen.
Yeah, that's kind of how sci-fi works.
Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in time and prevent myself from watching BBC Sherlock.
That's valid of you. Are you saying that I should go back in time and prevent myself from watching Merlin?
Merlin's good. Merlin.
Merlin. That's it. Listen, I'm just here to come on podcasts and randomly dig on Merlin now. It's my goal in life.
Oh my gosh. I think if I had the powers afforded to me by the time thing, I think what I would do is
Get a lottery ticket.
Charles, I will fly to Massachusetts.
That's so basic. Getting a fucking lottery ticket.
Well, I'm not the one who said it, am I? No, what I was gonna say was I would go back to the date and location of my birth and just like not
Stop it from happening?
No. I just think it would be interesting to see the world that I grew up in with like adult eyes. Because so much has changed, you know?
Why are you coming on my podcast and giving like actual genuine feelings?
This is doing what?
How dare?
Is that not my job? I thought that was the whole point.
No, your job is to come here and be silly, goofy person who knows music things. We also didn't talk about the music things enough, I feel like, in this episode as we could have. I feel like I always bring Juice on for music things because they have thoughts.
Steven Universe is a very music forward show, which I really enjoy. You know, I was rewatching a couple of select episodes from prior to episode 22 in season 1, and it's so compelling to me, the joyous musicality of it all. You know, I feel as though Adventure Time has a little bit of this, a lot, greatly due to Rebecca Sugar's influence on that show. And I think that every cartoon is improved by deeply thoughtful musical interludes.
Yeah. Steven Universe is a good show.
It's so
Good
good.
show.
Steven
It's so good.
Universe is
It's
a
so good,
very
man.
good show. Super good. I hate you both. This is over an hour long. I'm the one who has to edit it.
You're welcome. Hey, bro.
Which bro you talking to?
Who we giving our pearl points to?
Oh
Coral?
fuck me! We still have to give pearl points to people. Here, I'm gonna give my pearl point to what is something whimsical and silly. I have to keep my bit going. Fuck it. You know what? I'm giving it to Garnet's Keytar for being pinnacle of bisexuality.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I just, you know me. I gotta give like weird, funny pearl points. Is it bad that I want to give my pearl point to whoever edits the Steven Universe wiki and called it the butt lobster? Because
Hey,
that just made me smile.
we can find their name right now. Do you want to know how we can do that? We can click on the butt lobster article, and then we can look at the talk page for the butt lobster. 1 second, let me find the link to the butt lobster. Oh,
I didn't know you could do this.
Yeah, where is the butt lobster? I'm having...
it's on the minor animal characters page.
Oh, okay. Butt lobster. Okay, I'm gonna click on butt lobster, and then I'm gonna go to the butt lobster talk page. If I go to edit butt lobster, and then I sign in, let's say with my Google account, because I live on the planet Earth, and life is a nightmare, and I have to, oh my god, do everything temporarily. Doing everything temporarily.
Peace and love on the planet Earth.
If it's a pattern, then just repeat after me. Life and death and love and birth. Okay.
Love and earth.
Butt lobster. Da 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 da. Come on and sing with me. Okay, so I am now in the innards of butt lobster.
Oh my god. Can you not?
View history. Not in a nasty way. Jesus Christ. What's up with you, man?
You're the one who said innards of butt lobster.
Anyway.
A phrase I would never use.
Okay. A recent editor of Butt Lobster back in May of 2017 is Paint Spot Infez, who is one of the users editing this page. Another editor. Oh, no, that seems to be... They seem to be a frequent flyer on the Butt Lobster stuff. Yeah. 1 second. Let me see if I can...
I'm so sorry, editing Robert. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Paint Spot Infez seems to be an editor of Butt Lobster, and the initial creator of this page, let me see the oldest ones. The initial creator of this webpage is, it seems to be March 6th, 2016, user Amethyst Kitten created this page.
Aww.
Yeah, there's dozens of editors who have contributed to just the page that Butt Lobster is on. So, you know. Amethyst Kitten has a pretty strong presence, though, if you go through the editing logs.
Maybe this goes to Amethyst Kitten. Maybe it goes to someone else. It goes to the editors of the Steven Universe wiki.
We finally got it. Hey, Juice, please release me from this mortal coil. What is your pearl point going to?
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm giving my pearl point to the butt lobster.
Just chew the butt lobster?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Amazing.
butt
I'm so glad.
Butt lobster. Butt lobster.
Just so you know, I did already make a meme for us. I shared it to our group chat.
I saw it. It's
I think you also. I think we need to do a version that says, "I do not control the rate at which the lobster's butt."
Holy shit! Oh
And
man!
I killed Robert.
You killed us both. You killed everyone. Juice, you're a menace. A true menace to society.
Hey Charlie, I'm being a true jam bud right now. I had jam for dinner.
You're eating some jam? Some jams?
More like
You like
more like jelly.
jams?
It's more like a jelly.
You like jams?
Hey Juice, please tell our wonderful listeners where they can find you on this mortal coil.
Yeah, so my professional Twitter account is at Phil Sherwood VO, and that is where you can find me if you would like to interact regarding anything you heard in this episode.
Juice is the best. Follow Juice. I love them.
Juices,
I'm their
the
biggest
juices,
fan.
juices.
I'm so glad Juice loves me, even though I stalked them on Twitter in the olden times.
If I finally get this art I'm waiting for, and I can finally start this YouTube channel I've been teasing for like 2 months, I want to pay Juice to voice act on it if they have the time.
Juice will be the best voice actor.
Fuck yeah,
As
concrete.
Juice is
Mainly
the best.
because everyone else who's offering to voice act are people who are doing it for like the price of a McDonald's chicken sandwich because they're my friends. But no, Juice is
I'm
like,
doing it for a price? I
here
didn't
are
think
my
so.
standard rates. I'll just buy you.
I'll pay you.
I'll buy you something sugary.
How about I pay you?
How about the next
to voice
time?
Act?
Well, see, when somebody asks me to quote, I am compelled to quote the industry rate so that I'm not undercutting, you know?
Like you're getting paid money, Juice. You're getting paid an amount of money that I won't disclose.
Ah!
It's so many. It's not that many.
The amount hasn't been disclosed to me, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I haven't officially hired you yet because again, I'm waiting for art before I can start this fucking project. Listen, you know what your rate is. I expect to have a recording session with you in the next month or so for like
Delicious.
a couple hours, maybe.
We stand.
Yeah, we stand. We stand. We will be posting. We will stand. We will be posting Juice in the show notes. It'll just be the juice emoji. I'm pretty sure there's a juice box emoji, and I'm gonna put that, and then I'm gonna put like the Twitter link next to it, and that's gonna be Juice's promo.
The juiciest juice.
This episode will be called. This episode will be called Steven and the Stevens, featuring our FEAT period, and it's just a juice box.
Listen, there's a reason why I called them juice box in the DXM chat. You could also you could also find Juice in our Discord.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I am in there.
Because everybody loves you and we steal you for our shows. There's no nepotism whatsoever going on here. Juice, my nephew.
Well, I mean, Charlie, you are Italian. I am Italian. Who knows what's going on there?
But I've already proposed marriage to you.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, Robert?
Hey, Steven. If every Steven were Steven.
They'd be Steven.
No, let's actually do the fucking... Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Robert.
If every podcast were perfect,
we wouldn't have the bits.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Osman Verse podcast called The Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Content and Capable that follows Sam as he tries to figure out what it truly means to adult.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
I need things
I'm never being invited back on this show again.
I need stupid shit for bloopers. This past episode we recorded and I edited. I'm like, wow, this is straightforward, no nonsense for once. What the fuck's wrong with us?
Us not having nonsense?
Not
No,
having
that's incorrect.
not having a
Incorrect.
bit. If you could just once again,
We have so many
say-
bits.
and I guess my current bit is that for some reason the three genders in my brain are greens, beans, and in-betweens. Which according
I'm
to
so
Juice
glad.
is like the most Thomas Sanders thing they've ever heard, apparently.
No, okay, two quotes. I said, "What in the Thomas Sanders?" End quote. That is what I said. That is what I said.
God,
I mean,
this is beautiful. Assuming we
guys,
don't say-
gals, non-binary pals, like
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Thomas Sanders was unjustly crucified by the internet. He was a good dude. He didn't deserve any of that.
Wait, I don't even know what happened. I'm not gonna lie.
Not canceled for being an ally to the asexual community. That was it.
Yeah, that's
What? He got-
right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For
no.
being an ally?
Yeah.
I'm
He's
gonna
bi.
cancel those people. I'm not
He's-
gonna lie.
You got to cancel somebody. Listen, in a world where a bunch of the YouTubers I liked when I was a kid are getting canceled, or Viners or whatever, I'm kind of glad that Thomas Sanders got canceled for something stupid, and he's still just a good guy.
As far as I know, he's still just a good guy.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. He got quote unquote canceled,
Right.
but the reality of the situation is that he's still out there doing his thing. He's still trotting his trot, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say I never noticed him getting canceled, so maybe I'm just
For all of his Vine fame, I thought he was
Frame.
straight. Shut the fuck up. I thought he was straight. I don't know why. Something about his Vine material convinced me he was straight. The second he migrated over to YouTube, I'm like, no, homosexual. I see it now.
He did play JD in that one Florida production of Heathers, which I did listen to the bootleg audio of. Thank you very much.
Juice, listen to bootleg things?
Juice?
Never in a million years.
Listening to bootleg musical theater? Who would have thunk it? Anyway.
Everyone knows you should bootleg musical theater. I remember, listen, I'm not going to say anything mean for a variety of reasons, but I do
You
remember.
not saying mean things?
I
That
do
doesn't
remember that one Mr. Lin-Manuel Miranda holds true to his soul that you should not pirate musicals, that you should only experience them in theater or like in.
What
like,
if I'm not
listening
able to? What if there's no possible way for me to experience this there?
Well, listen, in the before times, I would have had an opinion that might have differed with Mr. Miranda, but I want him to notice me, so I will agree with anything he says.
But here's the thing. I think that maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda should talk to his father about all of those questionable political donations before he goes and talks to people about, whether or not they can afford theater tickets. But that's just me.
Dave X Media.